Hey there. So there was no episode of Chuckin Dirt last week. I'm sorry about that. And no announcement. Just because things in my family have been really crazy, really up in the air. As you know, I've been a caretaker for my mom for 2 years now. She had pancreatic cancer. She's been very sick, and she finally passed away this week. So that's why there was no episode last weekend. There will be one this weekend, and you're going to have to let me ease back into it. I missed a lot of the fall season because I was caretaking. So I don't know if I'll have enough footage to get through the winter. I'll figure out something. I'll figure something out. But I just wanted to let people know what's going on with the channel. It's still here. I still love history, and I'm still going to try to share those adventures with you. There's just going to be a little disruption. But I'm going to try to keep the episodes coming once a week. And if I run out of footage, we'll do something else. We'll do some coin roll hunting, or we'll do story time, things like that. Anyway, back home now, after 2 years spending most of my time at my mom's house, and I've adopted my mother's dogs to take care of them. Hey, Bailey. Say hi to the people. This is Bailey. He's very happy. He's very comfortable and happy in his new home. So, and his sister is down there on the floor, and I'm lying down, and I'm too lazy to... I agree, Bailey. My thoughts exactly. I'm too lazy to show her to you. You'll see her some other time. All right. All right, folks. So that's what's been going on with the channel and me. And now on with the episode, which I recorded, I don't know, months ago. And hope you enjoy it. Great day for a grocery run. Always check the Coinstar return slot, because you never know what someone will have left behind. That's beautiful. I'm sure it's not particularly valuable. I mean, it feels like it was made out of aluminum, but it appears to be some kind of an Arabian coin or something like that. 1971. Smooth edge. Oh, and it doesn't flip like an American coin. Got some ears of wheat on the back. I'll figure out what that is. I'll check numista.com. So I got that plus 32 cents. Or excuse me, 22 cents. Just some stuff that was left in the return slot. And also, whoever dumped their coins decided to just leave behind their containers. I guess they didn't want them anymore. So I got those too. As a detectorist, I always have a use for little boxes and containers and Tupperware dishes. I'll definitely put those things to use. Funky. All right. Rain stopped. Time to get back home.
Howdy. Well, I'm back at the 1880 property. This is the property that I dug the 4 silver dimes at, and the interesting little Asian token that turned out to be a World War II medal issued by General Chiang Kai-shek to American servicemen who served in China as part of the War Area Service Corps. A wonderful, unique, very interesting piece of history. Sadly, the homeowner wanted that one, so of course I'm bound to give it to him. It's his property. But I think I did impress upon him that it's important. Don't lose it, you know. Hey, at least I got to hold it, and I got to photograph it, document it, identify it, figure out what it was again. So I come back to this area because, of course, that medallion is a 2-part item. And there should be a little chain with a little shield that was attached to it. Now, the shield is what would have been pinned to the uniform. So my guess is the chain broke and the medallion ended up in the ground, but the shield was still pinned to the serviceman's uniform, the veteran's uniform, when he, went inside or left the property or whatever. So I might not find the shield, but I figured I should try to take a look for it. So I've been poking around in the area. Hasn't turned up. I've gone very carefully over the area where the medallion was, and no luck. Rocking the AT Pro today, just felt like doing something a little different. But I did just find something old, something that's definitely more toward the era of this house's building, which would have been 1880. So here, have a look at this. It's a little spoon. It's lovely. It's in pretty good shape. Had a little bend on it. But as you can see that shine? It was a silver-plated spoon at one time. And if you give me a moment to clean it up, we'll see if we can find a maker's mark on it. I'm sure there's going to be one here on the neck. All right, give me a second, but that's really, really cool. Okay. Now I think this is as clean as I'm going to get it in the field. I think if we soak it in peroxide, it'll get a lot cleaner. As you can see, there's a little bit of fancy on it. Just a little around the edges, on the tail, on the handle. The bowl looks pretty plain. And right there, let's try zooming in so you can read it. Oneida, O-N-E-I-D-A, Community Service Plate. Plate because it's silver plated. So I'm not actually familiar with Oneida as a manufacturer of flatware. I would assume, I was guessing it was going to be a Williams Brothers spoon, so I'm not exactly sure how old it is, but I suspect it's very old. So that's pretty cool. No value, of course, but still a fun find. All right, let's see what else is hiding in the ground here. Well, we're still puttering next to this beautiful 1880s house, and I am right at the base of this tree, which is probably as old as the house. It's a monster. I think it's some kind of a chestnut or a beech nut, some kind of nut. It drops these big nuts that are in round cases. Anyway, chasing a really deep signal way down there. Anybody says the AT Pro doesn't have depth is wrong. This was the target. As you can see, this is a pocket knife. I assume it's pretty old because of how far down it was and how corroded the blades are. Those weren't no stainless steel blades. This part is probably all brass. I don't see any writing on it, and I probably won't. As you can see those little studs sticking out, that tells you that originally there were sides on this, some sort of could have been wood, could have been plastic, something polished, would have matched up to the edge of this this little bevel coming out here. It probably was a fine-looking knife back in the day, but as for its age, well, I really couldn't tell you. The depth suggests that it's very old. Anyway, that's a neat little find. I'll definitely take that. So, no more silver coins today. No old coins. Unfortunately, the rest of General Chiang Kai-shek's medallion doesn't appear to be here. That makes sense. Anyway, I'm going to fill in this hole. I'm going to keep puttering around. I figure we ought to be able to score at least one more little silver dime or something. But we'll putter. We'll putter some more. Okay, let's get back to it. History awaits. Well, I wanted to score one more silver coin, and looks like we just did it. Have a look. Just a rosy, but rosies don't come out of the ground looking like that unless they're silver, at least not at that depth. Haven't plucked it out, it's just peeking out of the plug there. So I was getting kind of a squirrely read on it. Maybe there'll be more than one in the coin, in the hole in the coin. Wow, look at the back on that. It's so clean. Let's check the date. 46. Huh. 1946p. A little bit special because that's the first year of the Rosie dime. 1945, we would have had Merc dimes. Oh, if this had been 1 year older, it would have been a Merc. That's okay. It's still pretty to me. All right. We just scored a little piece of silver history. And I'll check this plug, see if there's anything else in this hole. Probably not. The yard's kind of squirrely. I think they've had some yard sales here over the years. And, you know, as a result, there's lots of modern change in the soil, too. You got to go for depth. Look at all the battery-powered cars, though, the little electric cars. The guy who lives here actually restores those. His backyard is filled with them. There's got to be 100 of them back there. It's crazy. I mean, it's cool. It's cool. It's just not what you're used to seeing. Anyway, interesting. All right, I'm keep going, and I am getting a little tired, so I won't go for too much longer. But, whew, at least we're on the board. A little piece of silver, 1946, baby. Well, it's nice and cool today. Hopefully that keeps up. Be nice if we slide into fall and I can get back to working in grass. I was kind of admiring some of the houses around this one. It seems like this is a cluster of very old houses, so good area. I'll have to see if I can talk to some of the neighbors and check out their property as well. Anyway, we had another good hunt today. Pretty short, maybe 2 hours, and we did score at least 1 silver coin, so that's cool, and at least 1 old relic, maybe 2. Have a look. We'll wrap it up. All right. So as usual, we had our clad 3 quarters, 6 dimes, a stack of pennies. I don't know, maybe 10 or 11 pennies. I don't know what that is. $1.50 maybe, $1.40, something like that. Then we had this lovely silver-plated spoon. Oneida Community Service plate. We had this interesting old, geez, these cars, I'm sorry. This interesting old pocket knife, the brass plating, all that's left of it. And then we had 3 kind of interesting coins. We had a very modern 1974 Canadian. We did find 1 wheat penny. Yay! I think it's a 1945. Can't seem to get a very good focus. And then 1 silver Roosevelt dime, 1946. Jeez, I can't get, boy, I'm having a lot of trouble. Whoa. 1946 Roosevelt dime. First year of the Rosie dime. 90% silver, very nice. Not worth much, maybe $1, but still, a cool little find. And it's not a D. There's no minty mint mark on that, as you can see. So it's a 1946p. And there you have it. And a lot of junk. But not a bad hunt. Not a bad hunt. I'm satisfied. And I guess that's it. I want to thank you for coming with me. I hope you had a lot of fun. I hope you'll join me on the next hunt. I hope you'll push that like button and subscribe. All right. See you on the next one. Hello. This is an unlikely place to see me, I suppose. I'm in the middle of a condominium development. Why would you come detecting here? Well, this field you see here is, you can see it's been heavily graded, but it is the site of an old location. At one time, before the housing development here was put in, there was an orchard farm here, and it goes back a ways. Now, given how heavily graded this soil is, I don't know, I'm a little iffy on the site. I did dig 1 square nail over there, and a couple of other random items. I did dig this. I don't think it's particularly old. A little escutcheon. I've dug a couple pieces of modern change, a few quarters and dimes. I just gave them to a local kid. But we have dug something now which is definitely old. It's not like super exciting, but it's old and it's brass and it's beautiful and I love it. You want to see it? Here it is. That is a lovely square buckle. Has a beautiful decurved shape to it. See that? The iron post has completely, it was just a big old blob of iron. I just tapped it with the screwdriver, and the whole cake just fell right out and left this beautiful brass piece. But that's a lovely, lovely old buckle. So, might be worth hunting this field some more. I call that my culture. That and a whole bunch of junk. Let's see here. Let's turn that torch on. Bing! You see? Oh, there's a whole lot of trash in there. But that definitely makes the day worth it. Anyway, I don't know if I'll do a full episode here, but hopefully you enjoyed that little interlude. History awaits. Texas, beautiful old 1880s house, and this is a very busy route.